we've had details from Buckingham Palace about the coronation and guidance as to the size. We do know that it is going to be considerably smaller than the last coronation, which was, of course, in 1953. And it's going to look very different to the Queen's coronation. It will be televised, but the service is likely to be an hour rather than the 3 hours of the Queen's coronation. And the number of people invited, well, there were 8,000 VIPs and dignitaries invited to the Queen's coronation. We're understanding closer to 2,000 will be invited to Charles's coronation. And to give you an idea, that's about the number of people that were invited to the Queen's funeral. So it's not a case that the Abbey is going to look empty by any means. And in terms of pomp and pageantry, what are we going to see? Lots of concerns over here in the UK that might also be scaled back. Well, my sources assure me that there will be plenty of spectacle, pomp, and all the pageantry you would expect for a ceremony that is really nearly 1,000 years old. And we're expecting to see the King and the Queen Consort taken to Buckingham Palace in the Gold State coach as well. That will be quite a spectacle that most of us have never seen before. The early days of King Charles's reign are being closely scrutinised. The King has travelled around the United Kingdom and it all seems to be very well received, certainly over here in the UK. But of course, there is still that issue of the familial rift, that ruction at the heart of the House of Windsor. And a lot of people are wondering whether Harry, Meghan and their children will be coming over for the coronation, whether that will finally signal some thawing of the rift that people had hoped might have taken place over the Queen's funeral, but sadly didn't really ever get to that point. So what can we expect to see of the Waleses and their children? Well, we know that Prince William is going to have a pretty high profile and significant role, not just in the ceremony itself, but the lead up to the coronation, along with the Princess of Wales. And I think we can absolutely expect to see Prince George and Princess Charlotte, who behaved so impeccably on the day of the Queen's funeral, who've shown that they are absolutely able to behave according to a situation, even one as formal as this. And don't forget, this is all part of the training for Prince George, who will one day be king and who will, like Prince Charles, when he was that much younger, just 4, watched his mother crowned. This will be Prince George watching his grandfather crowned, with his father looking on too, knowing that he will be next.